Righto guys, so the next stage is to strip all this wiring back, but before we do that, I like to just label everything up, even the wires that look pretty obvious, and that way, you know, when you come back to it a couple of days later and you can't remember where everything goes, that just helps you out. Alright guys, so I've got most of this wiring pulled back. So the indicator plug, this goes into a grommet into the back of the car, so I won't be able to take that off, so just going to work around that. So that's that long power cable to the rear sensors and other stuff. These two red positive leads also won't be able to be moved, so work around those. And what I've done is unplugged, disconnected all of those things and those things, able to fold that out of the way as much as possible. So now we've got to get this felt out of the way, and so first of all we can peel this back a bit, and there's a slit in here so that we can release that emergency hood release cable, and in the back there are some plugs that we'll have to unplug and slip through the felt matting here so we can peel that back. And then finally those earth plugs up there also need to be disconnected using take that bolt out and disconnect that. So I'll just do that and then come straight back. Alright, we've got those these clips pulled through this little slot here, so that's done, and one last clip that was up the top there, and now this felt should be able to be pulled out. So there we go. So that is out, and we can finally get to the metal surfaces. So the next job is to disconnect all the wiring and pull out the amps. So I'll get started on that and be right back. Okay, to give myself a bit of extra room, I'm going to take out these back seats. So it's a pretty easy process. Basically you pull these up, put a bit of elbow grease into them, they'll come up. So they just got two clips on the bottom, and they just pull out, and then these bolts on either side that need to come out, torque bolts, and basically lift the whole back seat out. So just going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, with the seat cushions out and the T50s taken out on both sides, you can then pull the two seats aside and you'll see another torque screw just in there that you need to undo, and then the seats will just slide out. Alright, with the back seat, I'm just going to pull this out now. Here we go. Put it over here. Right, with that out of the way, a lot more room, and we can even peel back that carpet a little bit along the edge there, so we can soundproof right up to the end. So let's get these amps out and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I've got the DSP and amp out now. All the wiring is all labelled up and can now move all that cabling out of the way. So just got to tidy all this up a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we've pretty much got the boot stripped back to the metal. The amps are out, all the wiring sort of folded back as far as it can into the rear seat well. This is all empty. and we got all the wiring, well, as much as we can move, so we just have to work around that, but everything's pretty much stripped. So the next step is to give it a good vacuum and clean it all up and get ready to start applying the sound dampener. Okay guys, the boot has been vacuumed, dry cleaned. We've gone over it with some oil and grease remover, so all the surfaces should be super clean now and ready for the sound deadener and acoustic liner to go in. So that's about it for today. I'll see you in the next video for the soundproofing, which we'll get stuck into tomorrow. Cheers.